Hi guys, how you doing? It's your boy Dave, and today I want to put you through on how to upload a Laravel application on Cpanel. The problem most people have is that they don't know how to set it up on a Cpanel. So let's say we get to a Cpanel, and I already have a main domain. In this case, they're all the same. So you click on subdomain. So if you just learn the simple key to it, the rest is easy. Then on the subdomain, we're going to create a subdomain. I'll call it nomination. And document root. Normally, you see, it will give you a document root of public_html/ whatever name you put here. But then we want to put /public because Laravel starts from the public folder. So you click create. This is the trick to creating an application with Laravel, or uploading Laravel to your Cpanel. You want your document root to point to the public folder of Laravel. So this is where you upload Laravel, but this is where it will point to. But then I must warn you at this moment that according to the nature of the internet connectivity I'm using, it's always logging me out of Cpanel. So right now I have to go back and log in. I'll click OK. It will log me out, then I have to log in. I can't remember. So we're there. Basically, I have to hurry. Like I told you, because of my internet connectivity, it's always logging me out. So when I want to fill a form like this, I have to hurry. So put /public and click create. Now the next step after this is of course to upload your Laravel app, and then you create your database. So I'll go back to my Cpanel homepage. To upload my Laravel app, I have to go to File Manager, and then you have to actually go to databases. I can't find it. Go to MySQL database, or let's say database wizard. This will help you to create a database and a user. So you need to create a database and a user. Like I told you, this shit always logs me out. So we're trying to create a database and a user. So I'll call my database anything. Just name yours anything. I'll call my nomination. Next step, it will lead you to create a user. Create a user. So I'll try and call my user the same thing just for consistency. Okay, this one is nominat. So your user will be import ID_nominat. You understand? So I'll give it a password. It has logged me out again. This is crazy. Okay, import it. So this is happening because the internet connectivity I'm using is constantly changing IP. So call password. Again. So I'll go with this. And then click create user. So the next place asks you for privileges. You select all privileges for this user. Click on next step. Really? There's a problem with what just happened. I don't know why. So I'm just going to add another database. Call it nomination 2. Nomination 2. Maybe it was all those logging out and stuff. So nomin. That will be our password, and we'll create user. So it's going to ask us to add privileges. We'll add all privileges. So we have a database imported nomin. This is the database name, and this is the username. So these are the things, both of them are what you paste in your .env file. So you go to your Laravel app, scroll down. My editor is hanging. But generally, you should just paste those are the details you put in your .env file, but you have to upload the .env file first, because the details on your local machine is different. You understand? So you upload it. After uploading, you go and edit your env file and put these two things there. So I'm just gonna keep mine somewhere, just save it somewhere, database, and then this is user. So basically we just gave access to this user to this database. There is a password which I will not write here, but all those things are the things you put in your .env file. I don't know why my stuff is hanging. Okay, so there is the env file there. Look at it. So there we go. So the next step after this is to go to phpMyAdmin and create your database. So if we go to phpMyAdmin, and then the next thing we're going to look at is file manager, because we need to actually upload the app. So in my own case, the folder was, when we created that subdomain, remember the folder was created in subdomain in public underscore HTML, and the folder is in nomination, and this is where we have to upload a Laravel app. Alright, so I'll do an upload. So this is where we upload our Laravel app, and then the next thing is the phpMyAdmin. This will redirect you to phpMyAdmin online so that you can do so this is phpMyAdmin online. What we have to do is to go to our local phpMyAdmin. Look at the database we created, the second one. So we have to go to the local one and export. So what I'll do is go to the local one and make an export. So this is my local phpMyAdmin. Remember, see the password is root and stuff. So I'll click export. So if we come here, after uploading this Laravel application, we need to go online and edit the database. The database is going to be the details we have here. So these two details, the database is going to be imported underscore nomination 2, and the user is going to be this, and the password is, I will not tell you, but it's going to be I'll put it, okay, but I will not make the changes here. I'll have to upload first. Alright, so we get back to our browser and log in. So this is a voting app. This is my database on local machine. I'm trying to export my database so that we can upload it on the one we have in our Cpanel. Alright, so the database opens, and then we'll click on export. So these are the tables in my database, but I'll click on export without selecting any table. Don't select any table, just click on export. The export is going to export everything as MySQL. Click go. It's going to download it as a file on your system. Once the file is, while the file is downloading, we can go to the database on our server. This is the database on our server. I'm looking for it. This is it. These are server database. We've clicked on the one we created, and then now we're going to do an import. And look at the export file. It's already out, so we're going to do an import. So which means we'll click on this. We'll go and trace out this file. This file is voting nomination.sql, and it's probably, okay, one way to do that is to click on here and click on show info. So show in folder. Once it opens, I'll just drag it to this button, and then it will start uploading. I'm waiting for it. Alright, so this is it in the folder. I'll just drag it to this guy. Drag and drop. So it has uploaded from what I see. SQL upload success. Really? I don't trust what just happened. So I'm going to try that again. I will try this exactly this again. So where are we? We're here. Reduce this. I'm basically trying to import it and trying to follow shortcuts, and it appears that the shortcut is biting. Okay. Sorry if I'm wasting time. You have to bear it. That's the It's asking me to upload again. Really? So I've never seen this feature before, that's why I'm surprised. So I'll just click on this and go to my downloads folder. That's it, guys. This number signifies the highest amount of file size you can upload. Our file is less than 10 kilobytes. It's not even up to 50 MB. So click on do not use auto encrypt. Just don't click on anything, just click on go, and as you can see, it's rotating. So it has set up our database, everything. Look at all the tables are already added. So we're done with the database. Now we have to actually upload the file. We have already clicked on upload on the folder. Remember that we are inside the folder. Now if you're not using subdomain, like I'm using subdomain, if you're not using subdomain, you should just look for the domain of your file, the folder that contains the domain name, and look for the public folder, right? So here we are on the upload. I have to go to my Laravel app. My Laravel app is somewhere here. So we'll go to our Laravel app, then we upload. Now what we can do, the Laravel app is voting nomination app. This is the Laravel app I want to upload. Now what I will do is to zip it. I'll zip, right click, and send to zip folder. And wait, this is gonna take a minute or two, so which means I'll pause this video. So we're done. Mine took about 5 minutes because this is an app I've already built. So what we're gonna do is to drag it. I'm gonna drag it to upload. You drag it to this upload and you drop. It starts uploading. Make sure the total file is 12 MB. So you make sure that you have your internet connectivity on and it doesn't break. So this is a zip file. If your internet connectivity breaks, the whole file becomes corrupt. That means you have to start afresh to upload, alright? So after uploading, the next thing we're going to do is to extract the file. So I'm going to pause this video till this guy gets to the extreme. So we're done. So the next thing we're going to do is to come here and we're going to reload. Click on reload. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, motherfucker. There is nothing that showed up here. And this is a big surprise to me. This is in home public nomination. Yes. That's where we are. We are in nomination folder. I'm surprised that this thing is not showing here, so it's like something is being messed up. Nomination. I'll try and upload again. Upload. So I basically paused this video. Just do yours should work. I don't know why mine didn't work. So it appears I have to refresh the whole page for it to show up. So we're going to public_HTML. We're looking for nomination. So that's it here. My internet was what was messing up then. So we have to extract. So right click, extract, or you click on you click on it once, then click on extract here. Okay, so right click, extract. Yes, extract. So this would take a few seconds, so I'm just gonna pause. So we're done extracting. We now have a normal folder. If we open it, we'll see our full Laravel app. But the issue is that I'm opening it. See the full Laravel app. The issue is that this Laravel app, we need to move every file here up one level. We need to move it to this place. So let's delete this public folder since there's a public folder inside here. This public folder is just empty, so I'm clicking delete. Or just click on delete if you select it. Delete, confirm, and we get back. Then we select everything. I'll click on the first one. Okay, click on select all, and click on move. Then you have to move it one step back. So I'm going to delete this folder, which means we're moving it up to nomination. Everything is now going to nomination. Then click on move files. Everything here is gone. We're up one level. So it's all here now. So if you go and visit the URL, you should be able to see this now. The URL we created was nomination.importids. So if I go to click on nomination. I'm using a subdomain to demonstrate this. You can use your real domain, nomination.import_IDs. We should see a Laravel app at this moment. Something is okay. Yeah, of course. Sometimes when you have this error, it's because your public folder isn't accessible and maybe your storage folder. So if we look at this, you're gonna see, okay, you need this permission 755 on all your folders. But then what we need for now is this .env file. We need to edit it. So click on edit. So it still contains the details of our local file. So where is it here? We still have the details of the local file. So now we're gonna have to put in the details of this server. We have this. We'll paste here the database that we have. Really? Copy, paste, then copy. So what will happen now is that I'm going to pause this file so that I can put the password. Alright, so generally our app is supposed to be working right now, but the problem we're facing is that it's not displaying. The reason is simple. If you go to Laravel installation settings on just getting started installation, you will see some requirements for Laravel to run. So if some Cpanel hostings like mine doesn't come with all those requirements set up initially, so you'll have to send a message to your host asking them to turn on one or two things. Now if you look at this, you see that you need at least PHP 7.0. We already have, my host already has it. Normally any host you get, any Cpanel host you get now should have it. OpenSSL extension, PDO, then MB string. This is usually the culprit when after following the steps I've given you and your site is not hosted properly. This is usually the culprit. So to prove to you that, so normally the solution is you send a message to your host telling them that they should enable MB string. So if you look at the proof is, you go to your Cpanel homepage. So it's good that you know this so that you know how to solve this kind of problem when next how to debug your app when next you upload. You understand? Because the cause of your problem might not even be MB string, it might be one of these other guys. So we're gonna go back to our hosting, then scroll down to software. Be looking at this. This is emails. These are metrics, security. We're looking for software. Under software, you see multi PHP INI editor. So you click on it. We want to go and enable errors so that we can see for real what is really causing the problem. So here, I'm just going to drop down and choose my domain. Look at mine, nomination.importids.com. Then you enable PHP to display errors. So this enables PHP to display errors. Then you come down and save. Then you go and try and visit the website directly. So I've saved. Look at the applied settings. So we'll come to this website and refresh. It will now show us exactly what is the problem. So as you can see, it's now throwing errors and it's telling us, hey, on caught error, call to undefined Symfony MB string. You see, MB string is not enabled on our server, and it's not our fault. It's the fault of the hosting company. Look at this second error. It's still MB string. You see, still MB. So all the errors we are facing today, look at MB string. It's because it's MB string that is not enabled. So you send an email to your host and tell them, hey, I need you to enable MB string in my PHP. Now, the place they will enable it is in your php.ini. So if I go to my local WAMP server, this is my local WAMP server inside WAMP64. This is a www folder where I host my files. But if I go to bin, I'll see PHP. Under PHP, I'll see different versions of PHP. If I choose any of them, I'll see a file called php.ini inside. Look at it. So this is where your host should enable PHP. This is where your host should enable MB string. So if I do Control F I'll do mbstring.dll. So you will see that it's enabled. The way I know it's enabled is because there's no semicolon at the extreme. In this file, once there's semicolon at the extreme, it means it's commented out. But here, as you can see, there is no semicolon, which means mbstring is enabled. But most cPanel hosts don't come with mbstring, don't come with this file. So they don't want to give you the ability to edit this file. So your hosting, when you create a new domain name and go there, inside your folders, you won't see this file. So you need to send a message to your hosting account, go to their support ticket, open a ticket, and tell them that they need to enable mbstring for you. Alright, once they enable it, you refresh your host and it goes live. Now, if you're using anything other than cPanel, just know that mbstring needs to be set up and enabled in your php.ini. Alright, so thank you very much. This should work perfectly for you. Alright, see you guys.